Most people sign their first credit card agreement like they are accepting a gift, when in reality, they are signing a contract of submission. You look at that piece of plastic and see freedom, while the bank looks at you and sees a lifetime of interest payments. You have been told that credit cards are for building a score, but the game is designed so that you lose the moment you stop paying attention. If you think you are in control, you are already losing. In the next 20 minutes, I am going to show you how to flip this dynamic, how to use the system against itself, and how to maintain total ownership of your wealth without falling into the debt traps that consume the average American household. I did not learn this from a brochure at the bank. I learned it the hard way. I remember sitting in my first apartment, staring at a statement that had ballooned 3 times faster than I expected. I believed that as long as I made the minimum payment, I was doing fine. I was playing by the rules they gave me, and those rules were designed to keep me quiet and indebted. And it wasn't until I stopped treating credit as an extension of my income that things finally shifted. Credit is not your money. Credit is leverage. Strategy 1. Master the invisible system. Most people view a credit card as a spending limit, a number they can hit before the gate closes. That is the mentality of a servant. You must view the credit limit as a ceiling you never approach. The goal is not to use the limit, it is to prove you do not need it. Look at the Rothschilds or the great banking dynasties. They never touched their own capital when they could leverage someone else's, but they never put their neck in the noose of high-interest debt. You want to maintain a credit utilization ratio below 10% consistently. That is the threshold where the system begins to trust you because you are clearly not dependent on it. Dependence is weakness. Autonomy is strength. But this alone won't save you if you don't understand the hidden cost of convenience. Strategy 2. Eliminate the illusion of choice. Banks offer you rewards, points, and travel perks to distract you from the interest rate. It is a psychological lure. You spend $2,000 to get a $20 reward, thinking you have beaten the bank. You have not. You have just been conditioned to spend more to gain less. Carnegie understood that small leaks sink great ships. He focused on the total cost of production, not the aesthetic appeal of the machinery. You must strip away the rewards and look at the APR. If you are not paying the balance in full every single month, those points are costing you 30% in interest. That is not a reward. That is a tax on your inability to control your impulses. A new danger shows up when you start relying on those points for your lifestyle decisions. Strategy 3. Automate the defense. Most people wait for the bill to arrive, then panic. That is reactive, and reactive people are always broke. You need a system that removes the human element of hesitation. If you have a salary, you have a date. Set an automatic payment for the full statement balance 3 days before the due date. This removes the "I'll pay it later" temptation. Control your cash flow so the bank never sees a penny of interest from you. If you allow a payment to slip, you have handed them the keys to your future. Discipline is fragile. Systems are not. Now pause for a second. Don't think about the rewards. Think about the interest. Are you in control of your spending? Are you hiding from your debt? Are you building an empire or a prison? Put it in 1 or 2 words in your mind, because that awareness is the first real step. Strategy 4. The credit score trap. You are taught that your credit score is your identity. It is not. It is merely a metric of your reliability to creditors.
The danger lies in obsessed monitoring. People check their score daily, hoping it goes up as if it were a game. The score is a byproduct of your financial health, not the goal itself. Treat it like a background process on a computer. If you have no debt and you pay the balance in full every single month, the score will take care of itself. Obsession is fear. Action is power. But here's the part most people miss. If you treat the score as an identity, you will eventually make bad decisions just to boost that number. Strategy 5. The separation of accounts. Never link your primary checking account to your credit card app for daily browsing. Use a buffer account. You deposit exactly what you plan to spend. This creates a psychological barrier. When you see your balance hitting zero in your buffer account, you feel the weight of your consumption. It forces you to pause. It creates the quiet space you need to evaluate if the purchase is an investment or a vanity project. Visibility is ownership. Blindness is bankruptcy. Now pause for a second. Don't think about the limit. Think about the risk. Are you feeling secure? Are you feeling pressured? Are you feeling indifferent? Put it in 1 or 2 words in your mind, because that awareness is the first real step. Strategy 7. Leverage the bank as a lender, not a provider. If you are using your card for daily living expenses that exceed your actual cash on hand, you are living on borrowed time. The bank's only goal is to turn you into a revolving debt customer. You must use the card for the transaction, but you must have the cash in your pocket at the moment of the swipe. The card is just the medium. The cash is the ownership. If you don't have the cash, the transaction does not exist. That is not austerity. That is strategy. Strategy 8. The long-term horizon. You are building a history, not a collection of cards. Keep your oldest account open forever, even if you never use it. The average age of your accounts is a pillar of your financial stability. People close accounts they no longer like, and they destroy years of progress in a single afternoon. Do not let your emotions dictate your financial architecture. Stability is quiet. Volatility is expensive. You are no longer the person who views a credit card as a lifeline. You are becoming the architect of your own financial system. You are the one who dictates the terms of the relationship between you and the institution. Credit is not money. Credit is leverage. Remember that the system is always watching, always waiting for you to stumble, but you have the power to remain out of reach. You have to be faster, smarter, and more ruthless with your own resources than they are with their marketing. There is a larger system at play, a global machine of debt and interest that functions on the ignorance of the masses. But for today, you are back in control.